Hello, come in. This is Antique Demonstrations, and I'm your host, Hammer Time Raj. I bet y'all don't know what this is. This is a coffee roaster. I mean, this is probably 1820. At least it's 1820. And the reason the handle out here is so long is because it was used in the fireplace. Now, the way it works, you take the lid off. That's tin, that's tin. This is cast iron. Now, this is the roaster right here. You slide this little baby back. Oh, look, I got some beans. Can you imagine that? Let's put a few beans in there. I ought to make a cup of coffee, don't you think? I ain't real thirsty right now, no way. So, slide that back so your beans don't fall out. And this thing sits on a little grid inside the fireplace with hot coals under it. And you just sit there and turn it. Hear them beans in there rolling around? And that's the way they done it in 1820, 1830. You didn't go to the store and buy ground coffee like you do today. That right there is the way you done it. And when you got done, you come over here, roll that back, pour your coffee out, put it in some boiling water, and you got hot coffee. Now, this thing works in two different ways. It's got two slots in here, if you'll notice. One's a deep slot and one's a narrow slot. If you got a wood stove, you put it in the deep slot, and then that puts it right down on top into the fire on the wood stove to turn it. But right now, it makes it hit the table, so you wouldn't do that. But that's why you got two different slots. One's for high and one's for low. But these things are hard to find. Coffee roasters. Back in that old. I gotta tell you right now, this is a $200 to $300 little item right here. And it's got a little chimney here, little lids broke off of it where steam can come out of the coffee. The aroma can. I'd say $300 for this thing, if you could find one. Y'all probably seen one of these in your grandma's house one time or another back in the day. But this is a Schroeder vegetable grater, number 10, made in USA. You know I like USA made stuff. But anyway, you put your vegetables in here and you turn it and it will grate it and put it in the bowl. Now, guess what? I just happen to have some carrots here. So we're gonna put a couple of carrots down in there. So y'all know you're gonna see the back of this thing. That's where you read all the names, Schroeder and everything. Wines like this. Such a good little gadget. And it just took a lot of work out for the ladies running the house, but I'm gonna put my carrots in here and we're gonna grind these babies up best we can. Put my little piece of wood back in here for pressure. I'm gonna turn it a little bit, put my bowl under here. There we go. How's that looking? Not looking bad, is it? See there? It's done ground all that. Got to get your little spoon and rake it out of there, you know. That's a cool little gadget, ain't it? Of course, they'd be grinding a lot more than that and it'd be running out everywhere. But anyway, you get the gist how it works. You know, these are not very expensive. You could buy one of these for $40 or $50. Y'all look at this. Now there's another little rare thing right here. It's called a rocker oil can. Rocker oil can. What this was used for, you pick it up and carry it around anywhere you wanted to, take it to the store and get it filled up, take it home. Then at home, what you would do, you would have a 3-gallon oil can, and that's what you filled up your littler oil cans with. Now I'm gonna show you how this thing works. Take your little house oil can that you go around to your oil lamps with to fill up. Notice that little tiny spout for them little oil cans. Pull that little ticket up right there. And that's how you fill it up. Pour it down through there, fill it up. When it gets full, bring it back up and it'll click into place. And you just carry it over there and set it down. Ain't that the coolest little thing? There ain't many of these around. These are really nice. Now, I want to show you the bottom of this so you can see the date on it. Get it turned up here. Right here is the date, January the 22nd, 1895. 3 gallon. The Brown Oil Company, Oil Can Company, Toledo, Ohio. Made in USA. Ain't that the coolest thing? I wish it had all the label on it, but I've never seen another one with the whole label on it. But I really like this thing, and they're pretty expensive. If you find one, you're gonna pay $150, $200 for it. Hey, like this little nutmeg grinder. It's pretty cool, ain't it? Back in the day, nutmeg, you couldn't buy it already ground like you can in the stores today. You had to grind your own. You go to the store, buy your nutmeg, and then you had to grind it. So this is what they had in the little homes there, a little nutmeg grinder. And it's the cutest little thing you ever seen, but there's no date on it or anything like that, but I'm gonna demonstrate it with almonds. So let's take the thing out of it, put a couple little almonds in there, a few little almonds, and get a little on the table there. Let's put this little press in there. That's what you press it down with. Put a little tray under here to catch them almonds with. There it is. Let's wind that baby up, press her down. Oh Lord, look at them. Look at that nutmeg. Lord, that thing works good, don't it? That's the way they done it back in the day. They went and ground their own. Then take your little spoon, reach in there with your little spoon, pull that stuff out. That's the way that Grandma done it. Pull it out and she'd go make a pie. Make something good for them youngins to eat. Y'all like that? I'd say this is the cheap little old thing. If you buy one of these for 25 bucks, that's a pretty good deal. Y'all gonna like this. Now this is a rare one. A rare one. This is a South Bend grass seeder. Now, South Bend has been in business since the 1800s. They used to build tools, they used to build lathes, anything metal, and rod and reels, fishing lures, and everything. And I mean, they built everything. They still build today fishing reels, South Bend does. So they've been in business for probably 130 years. So this is a grass seeder. Now, this thing is amazing. It was built in 1886. I'm going to turn it around so you can look at the date. Ain't that amazing? This thing is old. Now, this old stuff here, I'm not going to demonstrate this, but I'll show you how it works because I ain't going to throw grass seeds all in my building here. But this stuff here is original and it's just really soft and everything, so I'm not going to do all that. But on this side, if you can look, it says South Bend grass seeder. And this is the way it works. Oh, I want to show you underneath it first. It's run with a leather belt. That belt is leather. That's what runs it, a leather belt. I ain't sure that ain't the original belt because it still runs. I ain't never changed it and I've had it for years. But I love this thing. Right here is a little lever that controls the speed of your grass falling down onto the wheel. That's the lever, and I'll show you in a minute how that works inside. But here's the way she works. Check that baby out. Now she'll throw some grass seed out. I have used it, but not in a long time. I used it because I wanted to make sure it worked, but it does work. Now I'm going to show you what goes on inside. See, here's the lever. And you watch inside. Pull back on it and it lets that grass fold in there just as fast as you want it to. See, and close it off, pull it back. And you can sow a whole bunch of grass back in 1889. You think all them farmers didn't want one of these? Shoot. No, they did. See how good this thing looks? I tell you, with the date on it and the condition it's in, South Bend, old company, $300 to $400 for this piece. If you could ever find one, I've never seen another one in my life, and that's why I bought it. If you find you one, you better get it. Thanks for watching Antique Demonstrations. And don't forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe.